Hello crafters and welcome back to the Very Easy Junk Journal. I'm going to continue now with my woodland theme, make some pages for January reflections, to-do list, planners, but also just art pages. I'm really enjoying the process of this being a little bit of collage and art. So let's get creating. Okay, this page is coming along very nicely. I'd like to do a little bit of layering now. So I'm taking a look at these leaves and I think I'd like to those shapes on top of this paper. So I think I'm going to start tearing into this. I'd like a nice rough edge around the leaves, still keeping the leaf shapes. Yeah, let's tear into this, see what we can do. And then play around with them on the papers, see how they look, and if we get a nice thing. I'm also definitely going to use my ink here to distress the edges. It just gives it a really good old vintagey feel, which is the aesthetic that I like actually. It's my type of aesthetic, the old vintage feel. Yeah, they're looking good. They look like quite a nice size for this paper now. Let's have a look. Yeah. Okay, let's carry on tearing around these and see where we get to. Yeah, I'm liking this. So I've just put the glue on the back there. Let's glue that down. Yeah, I like that. So I've got some lines on this paper. I will be filling that in. I'm calling this one January Reflections. So I'm going to be filling that in with my own thoughts on January. I'm just considering now what we're going to do with this side part here. Of course, we can use our washi tape, which has been used before, I think, yeah, because it's part of the theme, isn't it? So let's go for that. Yep, that's turning out nice. A little bit more distressing, I think. I'm going gun-ho with my distressing. I'm liking it though. This is so much fun to create this. I think you might know this is my very first junk journal and I'm totally hooked already. I've been buying all these lovely little bits that you need, like the glue, the ink, the distresser. It's just so nice. So let's get it all over. Okay. I've also got myself some stickers, so I'll get those out in a moment. Just having a look here what we might want to layer onto the page. So here are my stickers that I was referring to. Just got a pack of these. They're quite nice. There's moths, there's insects, there's butterflies. I've picked a few out here that I think might go well on the page. And this is quite a nice light butterfly up here. I didn't want exactly the same colours as the leaves, the browns, etc. I want it to stick out a little bit, but let's have a play around here. See what we think. I think that one. Just cover the background here a little bit before we stick that down. Yeah, that's looking good. I'm finding peeling the back of these off not that easy for some reason. I'll just put a little bend in it and then sort of try and find where it peels off. That's it. Took it off camera there. Needed a bit of doing, but hey, here we are. So that's nice. Do you get butterflies in the forest? Well, you do in my forest. So that's going in. So let's have a look. Nice little bug here. Oh, that's cute. A little bit of an angle, I think. Anyway, I ended up going for this other butterfly moth, as you can see on the right hand side there. And then I thought, let's enhance my front cover, the inside of the cover. I do like a bee. And there are going to be some bees in my forest. So I'm going to put him in. Okay, let's take a look at what we've created so far. As you know, the inside cover here, added my little bee on. I think that's made it nice. I'm happy with that now. And our January reflections page, which I love. I put another little bug on there. And it's perfect now. I can fill that out when I am ready. So just to show you something else I've been doing, not too happy with that left-hand side. Don't worry about that for now. I'm going to be covering that with January, February, March, maybe April diary. You know, the little calendars at a glance, so you can fill in birthdays and things like that. So I'll probably just cover up this stenciling that didn't quite work, and I'll put those on there. I'll print those out. That would be great. And then on the right-hand side here, you can see another page I have made. Now, I was trying to make a page that went wrong, so I tore it out and I cut it up, and I used this bit of Ordnance Survey map. I found one in the local antique shop. It was only £1, and it had the forest area here, and I thought, brilliant, that'd be great for my journal. So I've acquired that, and I've got plenty left to use in other journals. And then I just started making a bit of a collage, bit of a layering down, and added these other things in. I've made it into a little tuck sheet. There's the bit I chopped off. It just didn't work for me. I'll keep those though, and they'll be used on another page somewhere. So yes, I've made myself a nice little tuck pocket here for anything that I want to go in there. Well, I've actually made some tags that I'm going to show you in a minute, and I'm going to put some in there and here. So you've decorated it with some more stickers, laid it up, a piece from a book. I'm quite happy with how it's turned out. Quite happy with this bit I've used from a book. And that's something for the next project, but we'll wait to tell you about that. Some floral stickers here. Yeah, my leaf that I cut out from earlier, I incorporated, and a bit of stenciling at the top that went completely and utterly wrong. But I've rescued it with a pen. And here is a tag that I have made and that I will be adding to the page. I got myself some very nice leaf shape paper clips, and that's going to just be clipped on there. Oh yeah, that's so nice, isn't it? I like that. So I'm going to show you how I made these tags in a moment. They're actually old clothing labels that I embellished. Here's the other couple that I'm going to put in the tuck sheet. So let's take a look at how I did that. As you can see, I've used some lace, stickers, papers, a little bit of twine at the top, a little button on one of them. But yeah, this was my clothing label. I bought some things in the sale. And I'm going to use, they're quite thick card. So I thought these will be very nice to be enhanced into my journal. So I've got some papers, decorative papers that I'm going to use. And I'm probably going to tear along the edge. I'd like to make the edge uneven, as it is on this left-hand side actually, as how the papers have come. Then I'm going to glue them down, let them dry, put some stickers on, put some lace on the top, and take it from there. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed seeing the pages and tags I've been making. I'm going to carry on now, make more pages, and then we'll have a final part to this junk journal where we have a flip through. So bye for now and see you next time.